How do I find my divine purpose? I've been asked this question over and over again by many of my students. And here is my answer. Namaste, beloveds. This is Sufiana of Feminine Soul Awakening. So, how do I find my divine purpose? There are many ways. There is no one way. There are so many different individuals with so many different natures, with so many different life paths, karmas, intentions, potentials, gifts. But there are a few ways you can find out if you are not so clear about it. First and foremost, I'm a big believer that wherever your wound is, that is where you will find your greatest light. Wherever your deepest wound, go into those cracks. Find out why are they here. Find out what gifts do they carry within them. So that is my number one way. I personally went through a huge initiation journey by Goddess Kali at a very young age of 19, when I developed something called chronic fatigue syndrome with very severe chronic pain, and 90% of the symptoms were beyond words. So obviously I went into the deepest dark places, and something magical happened there. When I hit rock bottom again and again and again, I cracked open into something that was very luminous. That was my highest potential. That is something I would have never, ever thought about doing, which I'm doing right now, had I not hit the rock bottom so many times with so many intense Goddess Kali initiations. I can't even tell you about it. It's too much. But it's amazing. It's magical. And today I would not trade this life to be a Bollywood actress, which I was on my way to becoming, or a professional dancer, which I already was. There were many paths that I went through, but this one stuck on. Why? Because this is why my soul attracted all those dark experiences, to find this purpose. At least this is what I would like to believe. So that is my number one. Number two, you can also look at childhood traumas and any other traumas. This is very similar to the number one, but number two is in some ways similar but different. So in my childhood, I saw very intense violence towards women and children, sometimes children. Psychological abuse, of course, but physical abuse of a very terrorizing nature in my extended family. And that left a very deep imprint on me, because my nature being very much of a protective lioness, I instinctively felt like helpless. I felt so helpless that a seed was sown inside my soul that I must protect women. It just felt like an unconscious desire. And yet it felt so familiar. So try and look at your childhood wounds. See what is the medicine for those wounds. Because my feminine felt terrorized. My feminine felt scared. My feminine did not feel that I had the voice to express my truth in the world without feeling that I could be attacked. It was all very unconscious. All the perverted experiences that I had on the streets of Bombay, sometimes being touched here and there. All these added fuel to this strong intention to protecting the feminine, protecting the body, giving voice to the feminine, and protecting the emotions. There were so many emotions I felt. So that is my number two. Number three, I like to ask myself, what did I truly need from the world but could not get it? I needed very high level of empathy from the world. I am a very highly sensitive empath, you can say. And I was constantly giving empathy, and yet I was not receiving it to the level that I needed. And somehow all the challenges that I went through, psychologically, emotionally, at around the age of 19, I also had depression, anxiety, and insomnia, along with chronic fatigue syndrome. Yeah, go figure. How did I survive all that and stay a professional dancer and then become an actress and then become a facilitator is beyond me, but there is something that is watching over you. There is something very deep that is guiding you. There is something very deep that is bringing synchronicities in your life. Be present to that. Be aware of that. And never give up. Never, never, never give up. Giving up is never an option for me. I cannot do that. It's not in my nature. So that was, I think, number 3, right? Yeah, what do you need the most from the world? Go ahead and give it to the world, even if you did not get it, especially if you did not get it, because you know that there is a scarcity of that in the world. So empathy is a very important language in my spiritual workshops. 90% of them are for women. They are geared for feminine leadership, feminine empowerment, feminine purpose living, self-love, emotional healing, psychological healing, everything. So that was number 3. Number 4 is, what did you love doing as a child? What made you come alive? For me, it was dancing, singing, painting, and then later on it also became acting. So what makes you come alive? Now, don't think that I'm not doing all these things. I've given up all my passions and my childhood, things that I loved so much in order to live my purpose. Every aspect of me has come together in my purpose. I have dance therapy, drama therapy, storytelling and therapy, acting, like we do vagina monologues on the last day of my workshop at my TTC. It's amazing. It's so much fun. So I've not left any aspect of me behind. So ask yourself, what was your childhood passion? What did you love doing? What made you come alive as a child? And the 5th one is, where does your passion meet your service, your dharma? Where does your passion meet your service? For me, like I said, my passions have been dancing, singing, working with the feminine, painting, acting, and my service to the planet. I'm deeply committed to bringing about a balance between the masculine energies and the feminine energies in this patriarchal world. This is where my service meets my passion. I bring dance therapy, drama therapy, storytelling and therapy, things that are healing for our planet, things that are healing to bring the balance between the masculine and the feminine, things that are healing to just own the feminine, the heart, the emotions, the embodiment. All these things, they're all coming alive through my passions. Like I said, I'm combining creative arts with psychology and with goddess spirituality. So, I hope that was helpful. Once again, this is Sufiana of Feminine Soul Awakening. If you feel a calling to work with me, then please join me on my workshop, The Heroine's Journey. It's a group coaching journey for women to come in their power, to live their truth, to live their dharma, to live their purpose, to transform their relationships, to transform the body, whatever your intention is in all the different areas of your life, psychological, spiritual, every area we will be covering. And then I also have shadow work workshop coming up, again, Illuminate, and self-love workshop, basic level and then advanced level. So if any of these interest you, just send me a message. And if you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button as well as the notification key. Thank you.